I'm a rolling stone, all alone and lost, for a life of sin. I've paid the cost when I pass by all the people say, just another guy on that lost highway.
Tom's art is a true reflection of his personality. He is forever curious about the world, all of life, history, science, nature, human endeavor. These things endlessly inflame his imagination. Tom collects obsessively. Old recipes, snapshot albums, ledger books, the stuff and evidence of human life. There's a meaning he seeks in these mundane items, something sad and deep and beautiful.
A lot of my imagery is it's from old encyclopedias, postcards. I go on eBay and I order old family albums of people's vacation pictures, and I just love that. These little black and white pictures of people standing around in front of cars and stuff. And sometimes I'll get those and I won't even know what I want to do with them. You know, I don't know whether I want to glue that in and paint over that, or actually do a drawing of that, or none of the above. I don't really know. I just collect stuff that I like, that interests me. I'm also always looking for materials to paint on. One of my favorite things that I collage with is player piano roll music. What's great about them is you've got the little holes, and then you've got the words to the song going up the side. So it introduces this kind of random poetry. Her hair was bright as the dew. I love collaging old envelopes and just flattening them out and drawing on top of them. I'm creating things that look like you would be found somewhere, sort of found objects, found things.
Tom's process of art making may be free and open-ended, sometimes to the point of randomness, but his innate sense of design guarantees that his compositions are always deeply satisfying and complete.
In my work, I like to create a kind of tension between soft and hard things, like a soft landscape and then a kind of hard edge of some sort of an object. And I also have this urge always to place something on top of something else. It's almost like pin the tail on the donkey. You know, remember that game? You have your eyes closed, or you have a thing over your eyes, and you just, and then you open, and it's always kind of surprising where the tail ended up. So I want to create a kind of surprising combination and a little tension where something seemingly unintentionally ends up there. I almost want it to feel unintentional. And I've even closed my eyes, or at least not looked at the picture while I'm attaching and gluing stuff sometimes. I want it to not feel designed. I want it to have that kind of haphazard, spontaneous thing, like it just happened.
Tom has also produced installations and other pieces of conceptual art, notably for shows at the Stremel Gallery in Reno, Nevada. In each of these shows, Tom has created a conceptual centerpiece and then surrounded that with more traditional paintings and drawings. In 2005, he built a hermit's cabin and filled it with various artifacts. In 2008, the Stremels painted a 20 by 40 foot wall of their gallery with gray chalkboard paint, and then rented an hydraulic lift so that Tom could create his giant chalkboard jungle. And in this upcoming show, an equally audacious piece of art will be featured.
The focus of this show is going to be the map of the world I did, titled The World is Flat. I originally created it for a project last summer for the Chestnut Hill Arts Initiative, an initiative to create art installations in abandoned storefronts. And I was fortunate enough to get a mammoth abandoned storefront in the form of a car dealership window. So I did this 12-foot high by 25-foot long map of the world painted on cardboard boxes. So we laid the thing out flat, taped all the cardboard boxes together. We built a very simple structure substrate behind it to hold it together. Painted a map of the world on it, myself and my assistant, and then put it up. That map is going to be in the show. It's going to be sort of the centerpiece of the show, and it's Dremel.
They say the best art happens when the style of it fits with the content. Tom Judd's process emphasizes freedom and change. His intent is to capture what he loves about this world and the experience of those, living and dead, who have witnessed the unpredictable and ever-changing poetry of life.
Is thy dawning holy Sabbath day of prayer?
This letter was in the scrapbook, and it's to Mr. Brinkman. Please get well now! Exclamation mark. It's obviously from a child, probably to an older neighbor. I'm really missing you. It just isn't the same with you gone. I really mean it. It is lonely here, and every time I look over at your house, it looks empty. Zazuki has mostly stopped going in your irises. That must be a pet. Sincerely, Todd Earn. I guess this is his name. So it's from a little boy, but I love that.
On this road of sin, you are sorrow bound. Take my advice, or you'll curse the day you started rolling down that lost highway.
Yeah, I was a cute little girl.
Who was that?
That's me.
Say what?
That's me.